Good morning, Magic. I'm Gavin Verhey from Wizards of the Coast, and today is a very exciting day because Commander Legends is out today, finally after all these years. And so I thought today it would be fitting to tell you a story that has taken years and years and years, and that is the story of the Green Magus, of the Magus cycle from the Commander decks. What exactly happened here? Well, let's dig in today. To begin this story, we have to go all the way back to Time Spiral in 2006. There was a cycle of cards called the Maguses. There was one for each color, and they all riffed on an old artifact. For example, there was Magus of the Scroll, which was a reference, of course, to Curse Scroll. There was Magus of the Jar, which was a reference to Memory Jar. Now, Time Spirals were all about artifacts, but in the very next set, Planar Chaos, there were 5 more, and this time they were all about various lands. For example, Magus of the Tabernacle was Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale, and Magus of the Bazaar was Bazaar of Baghdad, 2 very famous lands in Magic's history. But the fun didn't stop there. In the third set of the block, Future Sight, we had 5 more, this time based around enchantments. For example, Magus of the Abyss, or, as some of you might have had to face in Modern, Magus of the Moon. So that was it, right? We did artifacts, enchantments, and lands. We're all good to go here. Well, not so much. In Commander 2015, nearly 10 years later, we came up with a card called Magus of the Wheel. Rather than be based on a permanent, this was a creature that had a one-shot effect of a famous sorcery from Magic's history. And so because in Magic, Magi traditionally come in 5, we thought it would be fun to do a super cycle of these, and do a new one each year until we had done all 5. So in Commander 2016, we did Magus of the Will after Yawgmoth's Will. In Commander 2017, I brought Magus of the Mind into the world after Mind's Desire. Commander 2018, we saw Magus of the Balance, of course, after Balance. And then in Commander 2019, we saw nothing. And then in Commander 2020, we also saw nothing. What happened here? All the way back for Commander 2018, we didn't start with Magus of the Balance. We started with Magus of the Eureka. Originally, it seemed like green had a spot for a Magus here, and Eureka was a natural card to choose. Now, we pretty quickly ran into 2 problems. The first was a creative one. Kelly Diggs argued that Magus of the Eureka didn't make any sense as a name. It didn't really fit the Magus of the construction very well. Now, ultimately, I think we could have overcome this with enough conversation, but it turns out it didn't really matter because of point number 2. The card wasn't actually very fun or good to play. Even if your deck is full of big green creatures, letting 3 or more other players at the table put all of their permanents on the battlefield is still going to be better than you putting yours into play most of the time. And that meant no one really wanted to activate the card. Now, as it turns out, at around the time this was all happening, I was moving a bunch of cards around in the file, and I suddenly had to remove a green card from the set and add a white card. So I thought, hey, this would be an easy fix. We'll make Magus of the Balance instead. All right, so Commander 2018 is in the books. Time to turn my attention to the next Commander product that will be coming out, which is, of course, as we all know, Commander Legends. No, it's not. The Green Magus is literally the 6th card I put into the set, the first 5 being the other half of the Battle Bond dual lands. But it's not Eureka this time around. That one didn't work. This time, it's Magus of the Channel. That's actually a pretty good Magic YouTuber name if you need one. And so it's in the set, 6th card. And yeah, I knew it would be powerful. It's Channel after all, but the Maguses are really hampered by having to wait a turn to be able to use them. And we could do effects like Yawgmoth's Will and Balance this way, so I thought, hey, why not Channel? So eventually I finished design and I hand off the set. And then over the next couple months, 2 things happened. The first thing is that we are no longer the next Commander product. That would be Commander 2019. Second of all, the team decides that Channel is indeed too strong and they want to use Magus of the Order after Natural Order instead. So we talk about moving it from Commander Legends to Commander 2019, but there's a hitch there. Normally we don't put tutors in our Commander decks. And the reason why is if you pick up the deck off the shelf and play it for the first time and you don't know what's in your deck and you cast a tutor, well, you have to flip through all the cards in your deck to find the one that you're looking for. And that could take a long time if you don't know what those cards are. So after plenty of discussion and debate, we decided to leave the Green Magus in Commander Legends because after all, it's coming out in the same year, 2019. So we finish up Commander 2019, we lock that set down, and then of course, Commander Legends is delayed again. Now I should note, these delays were for a good reason. This delay, for example, gave us more time to test out all of the partners in the set. And while it was a tough call to make at the time, I'm really happy we did because the partners turned out really, really well. Well, it was a bit of a bummer that we couldn't get the Green Magus into Commander 2019. But hey, at least Commander Legends is still coming out before Commander 2020. Just kidding, no it's not. It was delayed again. So at this point, we could have moved it from Commander Legends into Commander 2020, but the set was mostly locked down at this point and there was still the tutoring issue. Besides, it was the same year, so it would be okay. You know, in retrospect, I don't really know why I believed it would still come out this year, but hey. Anyway, it finally made it through. And here it is, Magus of the Order. And so that's a brief look into just one card in Commander Legends. And also just how wild our schedules are sometimes. So now that it's finally here, what do you think about the Green Magus? Do you like Magus of the Order? Do you wish it was something else? Let me know in the comments below. I'll talk with you again on Monday. And in the meantime, may you finally find a home for something you've been looking for a very long time. You got this.
I love Cascade. Bloodbraid Elf is like one of my top 10 favorite cards ever. And I just wanted you to like care about all those land cards you Cascade past. Usually you're just like, oh, like what spell am I gonna get?